everyone, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from PhysioFunction, and I'm going to be taking this level 3 different strokes exercise class today. So as always, we want you to have an enjoyable class and a challenging class, but it's really important for your safety that you exercise to the correct level. So level 3 classes are designed for individuals who have reasonably good movement in their affected leg but may have some restricted movement in their affected arm, should be able to stand with a light support if needed. And so this class is going to be a combination of seated exercises and standing exercises. So when you're doing your standing exercises, please make sure you have a support nearby. So this could be a kitchen bench, a table, or a sturdy upright chair. It's also a requirement that you have somebody there to help supervise you for safety when you're doing your standing exercises. So this is going to be week 1 of our resistance series. So for this class, what I will get you to find is if you have some light hand weights. Now you could just use some cans of food. So I've got some couple of cans here that I'm going to use today. Alternatively, if you have some water bottles, you can partially fill them if you want to. So how full the water bottles will be will vary the weight. All right. There is the option as well to not use any hand weights in this class. If you've got some wrist weights or some light dumbbells, you can also use those. So you want to pick something that's going to be challenging for you, but is going to be achievable, and you're going to keep good form. So that's the thing I want you to really focus on here, is keeping that good form. So it might be as well that you can use a certain weight on your unaffected side and a different weight on your affected side, or no weight. That is fine. You can vary it up depending on what level you are at. So this first week, we're going to focus on upper body. So we're going to go through a series of exercises, firstly to warm up and mobilize that upper body, and then we're going to do a little upper body circuit with our resistance. So something to think about when you're doing these classes, especially if there's ones on upper body, is thinking about if there's a certain task that you find challenging in your day-to-day activity. So this could be getting dressed, this could be reaching and getting things from a shelf with your affected arm. I want you to think of a certain challenge task, think about how it feels now, and then down the line, when you've repeated this class a few times and you've been doing different strokes exercise classes regularly, I want you to re-look at that challenge task. So that certain thing that you found difficult, and just think about how it feels. Does it feel any easier? Is your arm moving a little bit better? And that's a really nice way that you can monitor your progress. All right, so I've talked too much. Let's get started. So we're going to start in sitting. So make sure that you've got a drink nearby. Please feel free to pause me, take a drink, or rest as needed, and then just join back in when you can. So we're just going to start with some marching. So we're going to march your arms and legs. Let's get everything warmed up and ready to go. Lovely, guys. Keep it moving, starting at an easy pace, and then we'll gradually try and get a little bit quicker as we get warmer. Lovely, everyone. Keep it marking. See if you can keep those arms swinging a little bit more. Nice posture, nice and tall. Fabulous. Let's do some heel taps. If you want to, you can add a little upper body punch with the other arm. With the same arm, rather. But crossing your body. That's really nice. Just moving your affected side as much as you can and at your own pace. So the important thing with these classes is that you're moving at your own pace. So that could be quicker than me, it could be faster than me. And if during the times of the exercises, so we'll be doing timed performance of each exercise, if you need to have a moment to pause, then you can do. It's all about working at your own pace, gradually challenging yourself. And hopefully as you continue to do these down the line, you should be able to do a little bit more each time. Lovely, everybody. Now let's try and do some reaches over with our arms. We're reaching up and across. So it doesn't have to be very high. And with your affected side, if you can't move too much with your arm, I just want you to try and see how much across your body you can reach. So leading with your shoulder. Really nice. Let's see if we can go a bit lower. So reaching down to opposite knee. And move from that waist. We're just getting everything warmer, moving. Especially in the mornings, we can all feel a little bit stiff. And then let's see if we can we go a little bit higher? You might find here that you want to hold your hands together. Be wary of any shoulder pain, okay? So if you're getting any pain in your arms, I just want you to move within your pain-free limits. Really nice. Okay, do some nice big shoulder rolls now. Big shoulder rolls backwards. Try and get those elbows involved if you can. Lovely. Good. And let's go the other way. It's a bit like a front crawl. Fantastic. Keep it going. Lovely, guys. Good, and then give everything a little shake. Let's do some side stepping now with our legs. Really lovely. And then we're going to go into some more specific upper body stretches and warming up, mobilizations, I'll say. So just getting everything nice and warm and loose and ready for the exercise circuit. Fantastic, everyone. Keep it going. You can get your arms involved as well, so keep everything moving. Also, I'd love to know if anyone did the last sit to stand series, so the 4 weeks working on sit to stand. I'd love to know if anybody made an improvement in their 1 minute sit to stand time. So if you would like to share that with us, then again, feel free to comment or feel free to send a message to the Different Strokes Charity Facebook page. Lovely. Okay. Let's go into some exercises now just to start to really open up our chest, our upper body and our back to get us prepared for our resistance exercises. So sitting nice and tall in your chair, I want you to think about growing nice and tall, really squeeze those shoulders back together, keep that chin tucked in. And then I want you to really round your back, reach your arms forward, and you can drop your chin if you would like to. Feel the stretch across your upper back. And again, grow tall, shoulders squeeze back, chin tucked in. Think about lengthening through your spine. And then round your back, drop your head. Feel the stretch across your upper back. And again, shoulders squeeze back together, tuck that chin in nice and long through the spine. And round your back, drop your head. Lovely. And again, shoulders back together. Widen those collarbones, tuck that chin in nice and long through the back of your spine. Round your shoulders, drop your head, chin to chest. Good, let's do 2 more here. Shoulders back, really widen those collarbones. Feel that expansion across your chest. Tuck in that chin nice and long. And round that back, drop the head. 1 more, we're going to grow tall, shoulders squeeze back, tucking in that chin. in nice and tall and long through the spine. Round the back, drop that head. Feel the stretch across your upper back. Lovely. The next one we're going to do to try and get a bit of activation going around our shoulders, relax your arms down beside you. Now, if you can, I want you to try and turn your palms facing forwards. Okay, if that's really difficult for you on your affected side, I just want you to try, if you can, to keep your thumbs at least facing forward. So I'm going to try and avoid those hands being turned in. So as much as you can, thumbs forward or thumbs out. Okay, and I want you to think about reaching your arms back and squeezing your shoulders back together. So we're trying to get the muscles between your shoulder blades here at the bottom. We're trying to think about squeezing them back together. Okay, so it's not a very big movement. Don't worry about how far back you can reach your arms. It's more about feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together. Try not to let your shoulders come up towards your ears. And then relax. So it's that activation in the shoulders. So we're going to hands out, squeeze shoulders back together, reaching those arms long as much as you can. And then relax. Good. And again, we're going to squeeze shoulders back together, palms out if you can, or remember palms forward. We're trying to think about that turning out of the arms. And then relax. Good. And again, let's really squeeze shoulders back together, reach arms back, hold there, and then relax. Good. And again, let's shoulders back together, palms facing forward. Think about thumbs backwards as if you're hitchhiking. And then relax. Good, let's do two more here. Shoulders squeeze back together, palms facing outwards. Feel those muscles working between your shoulder blades. And then relax. Good, one more. Shoulder blades squeezing back together, arms nice and long, palms facing outwards, hold. Remember to breathe. And then relax. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to alternate with our arms now. I want you to think about reaching forward and back with your arms. Okay, forward and back. So you can start with your unaffected side. Think about reaching forward and back. Good. Forward and back. Reach that arm long, pull it back, elbow back. Forward and back. Lovely. Keep going. Let's do three more. Good, one more. Fantastic. Now we're going to go to your affected side. So if you can, if you've got the movement, I want you to try and think about repeating that again. So forward, elbow back. If you need a little bit of help with it, I want you to use your other arm to help the movement. So forward and back, moving within your limits. So reaching it forward and pulling the elbow back. Lovely. Now you don't have to be going as fast as me. I want you to go to what feels comfortable for you. Especially if you're particularly stiff, you will have to move a bit slower. So really think about reaching your arm forward, straightening that elbow, and pulling that elbow back. Lovely. Let's do two more. Good. Last one. Good. And then the last one, with our hands together, I want us to have hands into the chest, and we're trying to reach our arms up. Now, again, if you have any difficulties with your shoulders, I want you just to go to where is comfortable for you. Okay, that may just be to here. It's moving within your limits. All right, we're going to reach up and down. I want you to really pay attention here to your posture as well. Trying to sit nice and tall. Because if we're rounded in our posture, it's impossible for us to get our arms up. But if we sit nice and tall, it will allow more freedom of movement. So again, you're just moving in what range is available to you. Lovely. And let's stop there. Good. Okay, we're going to go into our main circuit now. So it's going to be a combination of some standing exercises and some sitting exercises. So we're going to start in standing. So I'd like you to make your way towards your support in your own time, okay? So if you need more time to get there, please feel free to pause the video. But I'm going to get you to come to near your support and have your, if you're using them, have your hand weights, your cans of food, your water bottles, have them ready at the side. So the first exercise we're going to do, I'm going to face forward just to show you. We're going to do some forward punching, okay? So if you're using a hand weight, we're going to do a forward punch. Now we're going to be standing if we can in this split stance, and I want the opposite leg forward to the hand you're exercising. So what we'll do is we'll start by exercising your unaffected side. So I want you to stand next to your support with your affected leg forward and your unaffected leg back. Now, if you really struggle with standing using your affected hand, or if you, I want you to have somebody make sure they're nearby, then what I want you to do is you could do this in sitting. If your balance is really preventing you from doing that, I want you to do the same thing. So sit down with your affected leg forward, your unaffected leg back, and you are going to be doing some forward punching in sitting with your unaffected arm, okay? So they're your two options. We're going to be doing 1 minute working your unaffected side, and then we're going to swap. So this time what you would do when we're going to the other side is you would stand with your unaffected leg forward, and then we would be exercising your affected arm. Now, if you're unable to grip with your affected arm, then just do it without for the moment, okay? And then you can try and see if it's something you could progress to using the hand weight. Or again, the other alternative is if you've got the standing balance, we could help with both arms, or you could do it in sitting. So we are going to be going for 1 minute. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. So standing with your affected leg forward, your unaffected leg back, holding your hand weight, we are pushing and pulling. Nice punches forward. Really try and challenge your balance as well. So remember, if that's really hard to have your feet too far forward, you can stand with them only a tiny bit forward. So make sure, again, it's something that's a bit of a challenge that you're able to maintain your balance safely. I don't want you heavily leaning through that side. Nice. And remember, if it gets a little bit much holding the hand weight, you can take it out and then finish without it. So the most important thing is that we're still moving. So punching and back. Remember again, if you want to stop, you can have a little shake. Keep it going. Lovely. Really nice. And relax there. So we are going to come now to do your other side. So we are changing sides. So you are going to this time have your unaffected leg forward, your affected leg back. If you can grip the hand weight or the can of food in your affected arm, then I want you to hold it if that's something you can do with a good movement, if you've got the strength there. If you find that you can't, if you find it challenging to reach your arm forward without a hand weight, I want you to just work on it without the weight for this side. So unaffected leg forward, affected leg back. We're going to be pushing and pulling, punching that arm forward on your affected side. 1 minute, off we go. So remember, it's no weight. Or if you choose to, using a hand weight. I want you to think about really controlling this. Really nice. Think about if you were reaching to grab something from a cupboard. And that can be a really lovely exercise for your affected side if you find this quite challenging. Again, please feel free to stop, give everything a shake. If you need to continue without the hand weight, then do. Remember, you're moving in your own time. But if you're standing, if you find this challenging, if you find that's your challenge task, getting things out of the cupboard, then standing in front of the kitchen cupboard and practicing taking things out, putting them back in, is a really nice exercise. Lovely. And stop there. Fantastic, everyone. So we're going to come down to sitting now. So I want you to make your way down there in your own time. Okay? Have your hand weights handy. Okay? So this next one we're going to do is a row. So what I call a row. So I'm going to turn to the side to show you. We're going to be sitting tall in your chair with your hands relaxed down by your side. So we're going to use both hands here. Again, on your affected side, if you can't grip on to the hand weight, then you can do this without, okay? So sitting nice and tall, I want you to lean slightly forward, but you're keeping your chest up. So it's only a little lean, okay? Chest is up, shoulders squeeze back. We're then going to pull our elbows back and then down. So see here, rather than like really trying to pull the weights up, I'm just thinking about pulling my elbows back, not a big movement, and then forward. When I'm pulling them back, I'm thinking about squeezing my shoulder blades together and then forward. So the exercise here is working these muscles around our back, around our shoulder blades, which are really important for the stability of your shoulders. Okay? So we're going to go for a minute. We're going to be holding the weights in both hands. Off we go. So forward, we're pulling back with those elbows and forward. Think about drawing in those tummy muscles as well to help with that posture. Good. Back and forward. Lovely. Nice and controlled here. Lovely, guys. Really think about squeezing those shoulder blades. So I don't want those elbows hiking up. Think about them going back towards the wall behind you. Or the back of the chair. Lovely. Really nice. Good. Nice and controlled. One more. And relax. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go back into another pressing exercise. So we're going to stay standing for this, stay seated for this one, sorry. If you wanted to add a bit of extra challenge, you could do this in standing if you've got the balance. So I will show you in sitting first. We're going to sit nice and tall. Again, we are going to hold onto our hand weights if that's something you're doing. You could, again, hold the hand weight in your unaffected side and nothing in your affected side. And we're going to try punching up. Now, if this is really challenging for you to do arms separate, you could hold the hand weight together and punch up in front here, holding the hand weight between your hands. Or again, alternatively, no hand weight together or no hand weight arms separate. So lots of different options. If you wanted to make it more challenging and you have the balance safely, you could do this in standing, okay? So we could do it in standing here. But only if you have the balance and stability, okay? Make sure that you're working within your limits, because the most important thing we're concentrating on here is the quality of the movement, okay? So we're going to go for a minute. Choose your option of exercise. Hands ready, off we go. Up and down. So remember, arms separate, or you could be holding the hand weight together, or you could be doing no hand weight in just one arm, Good. Really nice, everybody. Think about really sitting nice and tall with these. Remember, again, you're working within your limits. So if you can only get to here, I just want you to work to there. Or if you need to come a bit further forward, that's fine. You could just work on punching on a bit of a diagonal, okay? So you're just working with whatever is available to you. It probably will feel like it's starting to burn a little bit. My muscles are getting tired. So make sure you need to, again, you can have a little shake and a wiggle. You can put the hand weights down. Lovely. And relax. Fantastic. Okay, we've got our last exercise doing on each side. So we're going to be doing this in standing. So what we can do, we're going to make your way up to your support in your own time. So something nice that you could do as well with this circuit, so we're only going to go over it once, but if you have enough time and you feel able to, rewind this back to the start of this circuit and do it again. That's a really nice way of increasing your intensity, or down the line as you improve, thinking, okay, well, if I only managed it once this time, or next time, say next week, I'll try and do it twice. So see if you can challenge yourselves in those ways. So again, we're going to stand 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Okay, so let's stand this time with your stronger leg forward, your weaker leg back, holding the hand weight in your affected side, or remembering if you can't hold on to it, we're going to go without. We're just going to be doing some bicep curls here. Okay, so thinking about bringing the can up to your shoulder and then back down again. Lovely. So we're going to go for 1 minute on each side. Off we go. Remember, if you need more time, please feel free to pause me. Really nice. Nice and controlled. Again, this is a really nice exercise to work on your grip. So if your grip is something you're working on, but you're not able to do it with something with a weight on yet, you could practice holding onto an empty bottle. So an empty water bottle, something with minimal weight, and then a way of progressing could be to slowly add a bit more liquid into that bottle. Lovely, guys. Nice and controlled here. Good. Fantastic. You're doing really well. So keep that balance, really think about drawing in those tummy muscles. Lovely. And now we are going to swap sides. So remember, this time you're standing with your unaffected leg forward, your affected leg back. If you have the balance and stability to hold onto the side with your affected arm, we're going to be working here. Or if you have the balance, then you could be working without the support, but remember, you're working within your limits. If this is something that is just too challenging for you in your balance, then I want you to come down to sitting, okay? Have your unaffected leg forward in sitting, and we're going to work here, okay? So you're working whichever one works for you. Okay, last exercise. Off we go, affected leg forward. Working that unaffected side. So you might find on this side you can do a slightly bigger weight. It's something to have a think about and play around with. And if you repeat this exercise class again, so next week we're going to be doing lower body exercises, but it would be really nice if later in the week you tried doing this class again. Okay, so with this series we're going to be working through upper body, lower body, full body, and then a core balance with weight. So these classes could be really nice to do throughout a week to get a really nice rounded workout in that week. Really nice, guys. You're nearly there. Keep it going and relax. Fantastic. Put down your hand weights. We are now going to be coming into our stretches. So if you would like, you can come and take a seat for these. Okay, we are just going to start firstly by doing some stretches for our shoulders. So I want you to take your unaffected hand, we're going to bring it across the body, and if you can, you're going to hold it with your affected arm. If not, I just want you to think about reaching. You could even relax your hand on your shoulder on the opposite side, okay, if you're not able to grab it with your affected arm. You're just feeling a bit of a stretch across the back of that shoulder. Take some nice big breath in and out here. Lovely. And then keeping on this same side, if we can, we're going to reach our arm up and back as if we're scratching our upper back. So let's say affected arm, unaffected arm, sorry, up and back. If you can, you're going to try and just gently put your affected arm to the back of the arm to be stretched, just to feel a bit of a stretch down through that tricep, which is this muscle along the back of your arm here. Okay? Or we're just trying to keep our arm there, thinking about pointing that elbow up to the ceiling and down. So we're going to do the same on the opposite side. So I want you to bring your affected arm across your body, holding with your unaffected side and just gently bringing in towards your chest. Really nice. Nice big breath here. Good. And then relax. And then this time we're going to reach it up, and if we can, scratching the back. Now if you can't, I just want you to think about bringing it up to where it's comfortable. So this could be just to here, okay? Thinking about that hand on the shoulder if you can, bringing it up as far as comfortable or until you feel a stretch along the back of that muscle at the back of your arm here. Again, that's not possible. You could just have it here, wherever you feel like you're getting a stretch around this area. Lovely. And then relax. Okay, let's have hands towards the base of your back or on your arms of your chair. We're going to squeeze those shoulders and elbows back together to feel a stretch across our chest. We need to hold that one there. Think about tucking that chin in. Feel that lovely stretch across your body. Nice big breaths in and out here. Good. And then relax. Give your arms a nice shake. Lovely. Give yourselves a clap, a pat on the back. Well done. So again, a nice thing you can do this week, and I challenge you to see if you can try and do another 2 classes. Okay, so we're aiming to get 3 lots of 30 minutes in the week for strength-based exercises. It's really the best way you can get the most out of these classes. So you could either repeat this class again and then pick another one, or you could go back to all the exercise classes we have. They're all kept on the Different Strokes YouTube page and the Different Strokes charity Facebook page. So there's loads of variety that you can choose from. I would recommend each week trying to pick ones that are either full body focused, or if you're doing a variety, try and do some upper body, some lower body, break them up so that you're not constantly just working one area. As always, if you have any comments or feedback, please feel free to leave them below. Give us a thumbs up if you have done the exercise class and you've enjoyed it. You can always send us feedback via the Different Strokes charity Facebook page by sending a message, especially if there's anything you'd like to see me do, if there's any particular series you would like to work on. I always welcome feedback. Lovely, guys. All right, you take care. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Bye.